Well, hello and welcome once again to the Mars Mission News Network. It's Tor Grippy bringing you the latest news from LEGO Legacy Heroes Unboxed. So for today's news, we have a couple really big things. Probably our biggest stuff we'll get for a little while, actually. Well, I mean, I guess some of the news in here comes up. But for today, we got, well, this actually was posted yesterday. This is kind of a reason why I like to wait sometimes before I do my news videos, because I could have made a news video yesterday and had to go back and almost redo it today. But yesterday, we got a weird bit of silence from the community, or the Gameloft's community people. But they did post something on Facebook and Instagram, and this is the post from Facebook. Copy that over to here. We got announced, do not fear, our first Ghostbuster is here. A slacker by nature, he still knows how to get a job done. Any guesses on who our first team member is? So, I mean, it's kind of obvious if you know them. But I just think it was interesting, our first Ghostbuster, so it sounds like we're getting some more of them. I was curious how many figs we may get, and it could be more, many from across the spectrum of them, like the new movie, and I know there was some TV shows and stuff. I never watched them, but I know there is some stuff there. But that was our news yesterday, which I was tempted to do a news video on it, although I was kind of waiting for them to announce it on the Discord, but they never did. But today on the Discord instead we got this. Ever wonder how to get a PhD without trying? Peter Venkman is the man to ask, and our first Ghostbuster joining the team, which makes it like we're getting more Ghostbusters. Venkman has always worked hard, just not in school or work. He prefers to put his efforts towards his romantic interests, even when it lands him in a big old pile of ectoplasm. And apparently that's supposed to be ectoplasm there on his chest. I don't know, it kind of looked to me like the classic minifigure yellow skin, like somebody messed up with that there, but apparently that's supposed to be slime. I don't exactly see it, but I know there was a scene where he got slime in the first movie, so I guess that's it. So I guess that means we're kind of getting the rest of the team. He's the first Ghostbuster. I'm curious how they're going to have, I guess, 4 different Ghostbusters. They do 4. I'm assuming we'll get the whole team. And what's it, Winston? I think Winston was my favorite. If that's his name, it's been a little bit. I was only kind of somewhat refreshed because I saw some playthrough of the remaster of the video game they had recently, which was really good. But yes, that's kind of interesting. I like the kind of carrying, it seems like they're carrying his character over. I don't know if they might do that or not do that, given today's, I don't know, climate and stuff. I don't know if his character would be as widely accepted. But I'm glad they're carrying over. I'm curious to see if they can actually have him interact with anybody. I don't know, him trying to romance Kelvin, I think, would be hysterical. But yeah, so we have this. And then some other news, and this was from this morning at 7:58 a.m. and I was tempted to make a news video about this right then when it happened, but I held off and I did some other things. I was going to come back and make it later this afternoon, and we got this expanded upon. But we got any insight on the Q&A, when the Q&A might be? Kronos V, Weird Salsa Squirrel, waiting on confirmation, but next week likely. And then today we got a little bit later at 12:56 p.m. So 5 hours later. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I want to share an update where things are and some news for the coming weeks. We will be having a special Q&A for our Ghostbusters Takeover next Thursday, July 16th at 2 p.m. EDT. Our game team will be on to take your questions, so we're getting a full Q&A about them. So sometimes I like to wait a little bit to see if we hear more stuff about the news. And this was one where we heard a whole bunch more stuff. We got it confirmed when for sure the date was. And then the next piece of news from this, of course, we get Content Creator Program. Our applications are in. They've been reviewed. And they will be contacted soon. You can apply still if you want. But this was just the first batch. And hopefully I'll get accepted. Checking my email as much as I can. But I'll get to that later, the problem with the email thing. But so, yeah, hopefully we'll hear back about that. And as soon as I do, and hopefully get approved, there's a couple videos I have been planning to make, but I've held off to make them until I've gotten the special badge thing. I want to kind of have that for my for one of those videos, my first video with a badge, and make it official. And of course, we got event communication and long-term updates, which is supposed to feel a little bit like similar, but separated. But with the Ghostbusters and beyond, we're going to be building event calendars to show what is upcoming. I know getting noticed on reruns is a consistent ask, so moving past Ghostbusters, we hope to have that running. It was still to be determined whether they will be per update or monthly, which I mean that makes sense because you might have like the spook date plans, but not like exactly the whole month of July plans. So I can kind of see that depending on how they handle updates and everything. Then you get long-term updates. I know there have been lots of questions about the roadmap. Without spoiling our Ghostbusters takeover, we couldn't answer them. We have an amazing second half of the year and beyond planned with some things you already know. Raids and space. Looking forward to space. Space is the biggest thing. If I knew other people were as interested in it as I was, this whole news video would have just been zoomed in on space. But yeah, I know other people aren't as interested in that. And some more surprises under our belt. We will be having more general Q&As more often to allow times to ask about things like this. So it's kind of the same thing, personally. So like they weren't able to post too much stuff about upcoming events this time because the event was a crossover that they couldn't spoil, license, all that kind of stuff. But yes, that's why we've kind of been a little bit quiet. I know it's been quiet, but we have focused on aligning all our communications so that now we can focus on keeping everyone in the loop with the best information. Also, I do just want to point this out. I am not just a fanboy letting them get away with this. For those who don't know, I've been doing a series of posts on the Discord and suggestions channel, the Mars Mission, which is what this news program is named after. Yesterday was day 86. Today's suggestions is not to ghost your community, day 1 of Ghost Post, because it'd been like maybe 7 days since we heard from them. Like, it'd been a bit, didn't really post that much yesterday, or the day before that. But I mean, I guess the kind of hush-hush because of Ghostbusters, I guess you were a little bit more locked in by whatever Paramount Pictures, I think that's the one who owns Ghostbusters, whatever they want you to do. So I know there is some more behind-the-scenes stuff there, but I just want to point that out. I'm not just letting them get off the hook, but I do understand how that can be complicated. But they're saying they are going to try to do better, so that is kind of good sounding. Well, I mean, I guess it is good sounding. They just actually have to do that. But now we have, I think, some like little bits of news. Just a Go-Go asked him, when are we getting the patch notes? They are coming, but won't be till after the Q&A, which I mean, like, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Also, we don't know how long it will take for the Ghostbusters event to actually come out after they even do the Q&A. But like, I would kind of expect maybe kind of do events normally like earlier in the week, or patches early in the week, or later in the week. So I mean, I guess it could come out next Friday, but like, I kind of feel like it probably means it's like 2 weeks out or something, maybe 3 weeks. But I mean, they have given patch notes and released something the same day before, so who knows? And we also got from Drummer Boy, can we expect double weekly events in the near future? Now until Ghostbusters Takeover is completed. So I guess maybe after this event is gone, we'll have double weekly events again. Maybe the first week after, I don't know. I mean, that's not really clarified. We won't have double weekly events, or we're not supposed to, until after the Ghostbusters Takeover event, which is, I'm assuming, at least after next Thursday, because they're not doing the patch notes until after they do the Q&A next Thursday, and it would be really dumb to release the thing and then do patch notes afterwards. But yeah, that's really it for the news. Oh wait, one other thing. Yeti event is rerunning, although if you play the game, you should probably see that listed in your events tab. But it does bring me into this little question here at the end. I do want to know from anybody watching, what is your preference to see with the news? Because I try not to just make news on like any random thing, like, hey, we're having this event rerun. Like, if it's a new event, sure, I'm gonna mention that. But we're just having an event rerun. It, like, of course, doesn't maybe always send you a message in your inbox, but you see there if you go to your events tab that the Yeti event is now listed. And that's actually how they announced it, which was also some of the complaints yesterday about communication, that nobody actually told us the event was going to rerun. We just happened to see it. Also, the same with like this past week, how all of the unboxed events besides York reran. Random, but I want to know if you would like to see news on that, because I don't personally feel like covering a whole bunch of the news that is super announced in the game. The bricks being taken down was a little bit more of a special case, so that's like bigger news, and it didn't explain exactly why, and I had some of the information on that. But for stuff like, hey, the Better Ingredients event popped back up in my events tab, you probably saw that too. So I'm just curious if you want me to cover that, or if you don't, I can do either way. Personally, I don't feel like doing as much, because that kind of feels like making videos for the sake of making videos, and I don't want to just squeeze out as much videos as possible with that, just like milk it for content. I want to only make stuff that's bigger, like I'd say this is definitely decently big. So just want to hear y'all's feedback about that. Let the community kind of judge. Anybody who watches these videos, would you watch videos about that, or do you not find that like very useful because you can find it out yourself? So just let me know that, and I guess with that, that's really it for this news video. Been interesting, and I will try to do something for the Q&A next week. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, because I guess I'm just going to take screenshots of every single post from the dev and just like put it into a news video. I don't know, that's going to be exceptionally long. But anyways, I'm going to try to do that. Oh, one other thing is I am having a couple problems with my computer with connecting to the internet. It's weird. It's like I'm obviously on the internet, like I'm watching YouTube videos and other stuff, but some video games, including Lego Legacy, when I try to like log into them, it just won't connect me. My email thing actually says you have been your internet connection has been refused from the server. I think something's kind of messed up with some cards or cable with my computer. I'm getting some new ones ordered, so I might not be able to stream the Yeti event when it reruns. I don't know if I can actually stream or not. I haven't really messed with it, but I will probably see if I can, if I have it fixed by then. But yeah, it's just a little iffy. Sometimes it works, but most of the time it isn't right now. I don't know. It's being super weird. This video might even be super delayed because of it. I don't know if I can even upload it, but I will certainly try it while I can. So yeah, if you don't see me anytime soon, that's probably why. I will start to make these news videos, but streams might be kind of limited. But these are rerun events, so it's not like the biggest thing you need to like do content on. It's a weird kind of like gray area, but I mean, if I'm playing it anyways, I might as well just stream it. But so yeah, with that, that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this news video. Let me know what you're looking forward to. You really looking forward to Ghostbusters? Is there any particular Ghostbuster you want to see? Did you watch the TV show and there's like some cool person there? I remember somebody said the shadow image of him looked like a wheelchair apparently, which I mean, I guess I can kind of see a little bit more here now. I mean, it was kind of clear who it was and what it was, but somebody said it kind of looked like a wheelchair, and I think the Extreme Ghostbusters, which was one of their TV shows, actually had a kid in the wheelchair, so I meant, like, hey, maybe that's your favorite character. They might actually do it. I don't know. I kind of think full Ghostbusters might be a little boring to have, but who knows? I don't know. They could do super cool skills with them. I don't know. The video game made them super unique with all the different weapons, so who knows? But with that, it's Ripley signing off. Goodbye and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.